know, why does the people think that just because people have accent that makes them? I mean,
Because
it seems like to me that's what people think.
people who often get intrigued by that other side of humanity, people across the water,
Yeah.
because they don't see it all the time. You know, like tourists. Some
You
people
know,
don't know how to be tourists.
most people, um, most tours are looked at as fools
Yeah.
because they act stupid when they go to other countries.
They act crazy.
You know, because you're always trying to act like you got more than everybody else. That all that facade bullshit.
And even if not,
and it's crazy as hell.
The rules in other places are different.
Oh yeah, they definitely different.
Like you can't, but here, climb all over exhibits, and monuments, just all types of stuff. Do that anywhere else, you get locked up.
Oh yeah.
You go to jail, like for a significant amount of time. It's not just you don't just get a free pass and then they let you out the next day. No, you gotta either pay some money, get out there, or know some people.
Well, it's just like other countries that I've been to. When it comes to driving and drinking, they don't tolerate that shit. You get caught drinking and you driving and you drunk, they will take you. Some of those people will take you to an insane asylum.
Yeah.
They'll lock you up. As they said, you got to be crazy to do it. So that's their logic.
Yeah. And they, it's crazy seeing that. Okay, so back to your point as far as people hear accents. People feel like an accent makes you different. So an accent gives you, as if you watch movies, people with accents always had higher echelon things going on. They were always either kings, queens, or some type of royalty. But when people hear like that old English or that we call like, and people come from like where French Montana's from, Morocco, Africa, like these different parts of places. It's different to see these folks talk, hear that dialect come out, and you're just like, that's interesting. I like that. Other folks go crazy over it because they're just not, I guess, open-minded enough to understand that there's other things out there that exist. So when they come across it, it's kind of like a surprise to them a little bit. Feels like, because most people, like you're saying, when they hear a different accent or a dialect or different tone in a person's voice comes from somewhere else, they often want to flock to them and see what they got going on. Weird, but it does make some sense. Want to learn about their culture or civilization.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Well, you said a mouthful, and it's gonna be interesting, but I want to unpack some of that stuff. Now, let me tell you something. When you're in other countries, like for instance, the one that we want to visit, which is Italy. If you strike a person with your fist, you'll go to jail. Now, if you slap him, slap hell out of each other. You can do that. You'll see them in the street, they be fighting and they'll be just slapping each other.
I saw that, but I thought,
no, they ain't playing.
okay,
That's real. But you do this and you ball your fist up, you're going to jail. I know some guys that spent some time in Italian jail because of that. So that's considered a weapon.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, because
you literally can beat a man to death with your fist. And that's why I don't understand. I know we're getting ready to jump to another subject. Sorry, we're getting ready to go there.
Sort of, kind of.
That's why I don't understand
fighting.
That's why I don't understand that boxing. I lost track of what you had said anyway.
But that's what. But it all ties into fighting, because like you said, boxing. But those people legally have to tell, like, have they can't. They're not allowed to fight people outside.
Did you see Mayweather was talking about him and 50 was did you see that? What they supposed to be beefing about?
What do you mean? That was old.
Then why did they rehashing it?
Because it was old. And new things got to go around. Diddy ain't. They've been talking about P Diddy, but it ain't enough.
Oh, you know what I was gonna tell you? What I was telling you before about the
Boxers' hands are lethal weapons. They legally have to say
about accents. A lot of people have been duped in believing that if you talk French or if you speak with a French accent, that's sexy. But then the French, being the arrogant people that they can be, they feel the same way about themselves. But America, we have a little French mixed in there, you know, because we used to say back in the day, something beaucoup, but I forget the first part of it. Anyway,
you told me this before.
Yeah, I forgot the beginning part of it, but it was two languages, two words that was taken and put together in order for us to use that term, and it didn't sound sexy when it didn't sound like French when we said it because we didn't speak it with a French accent. But to French people, they may think the way we speak is sexy. You know, I mean, look at Barry White, for instance. I mean, women love men too, but women, yeah, men love him too, man. Because that brother just had that hypnotic thing, man. And you know,
anytime you can go to a concert as a grown man and be crying and another man singing to you, yeah, it's serious.
Yeah, it's kind of scary too,
man. But that's serious.
I just want a hug.
That's it. That's serious right there.
I gotta pay my money, man. I won't.
Him and Will Downey out there singing just deep voices to everybody, and you just, I can't wait to see him afterwards. Yeah, see, you gotta get it together, y'all.
You know, we might have to do this. Go see Beyonce in a concert. Why?
To see a concert.
Why not? We're gonna be up front. Well, not totally.
Let me tell you something. Hey, to go to a Beyonce concert, you need to be well aware of everything Beyonce does. Beehive. The Beehive.
Listen, Beyonce.
No. Listen to what I'm telling you. The Beehive is dangerous. You need to make sure if you say anything about that woman and you go and you need to make sure you watch it and understand, because them folks next to you will let you have it.
Man, you see that? Right there. Bam. I'm like Ocho. I take care of all of it. The Beehive, bzzz. They know what that means. Anyways, I want to go to one of her concerts because they're talking about the experiences that you experience is like that going to see Michael.
Honestly, you should have went like
French.
No. As far as like, if you would have went to see a Beyonce concert, you should have went 5 years. You was still dancing.
I may not wanted to see all that. See,
but that's really where her show performance escalated past her show.
Oh, okay.
So that's when she became like, well, she was already Beyonce Knowles, but she was Beehive. Then
well, you know, she sung with Swivel, right?
Yeah, he's right.
I mean, SWV, Swivel.
What?
Wasn't she with the SWV?
Don't call the SWV name of the group. SW. Don't you insult them?
SWV spells what? Swivel.
It's not.
It do.
No, because you need an L in there.
I didn't say swivel. Have you been swiveled?
You said swivel.
Swivel.
Listen to how you're saying it. Swivel. There's still an L at the end of the word. that you're
Okay,
putting in
it's
there.
implied and it's silent. Just like in Django, the D is
Oh
silent.
my God. We need to get back to one of the tracks that you had the first time. Let's go with the boxing. How about that? Okay, boxing. You don't
Listen,
understand.
so why
they
is it
be
that you
hitting each
are
other
against
that
me
hard?
going and seeing Beyonce?
I'm not. It's
I'm
just
not
the
gonna
fact
fall in
you
love.
no,
I'm not gonna fall
I'm not
in love.
against you seeing Beyonce. I'm against the fact that we done went through 5 different topics and ain't talked about one longer than 3 minutes. We're at 19 minutes. We started off talking. We
We
jumped
making-
into something.
We're making our own shorts, though. See, kinda. That's kind of like what we doing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. We editing our own stuff while we're doing it. Now let's do a transition.
Transition.
You know, and I don't.
You
Yeah.
feel me? All that. The Batman.
Oh man, you know what?
Oh, I wish we had that. That'd have been funny.
We can find it.
The Batman. Ben. Why was he hitting people like?
You know,
Can I ask a stupid question to everybody out there that used to watch it or anybody that knows? Every time they had a fight scene going on in the I'm gonna start with the 60s, 50s or 60s, right? Everybody was that one. It's that one. You got to cock back here, and you just
but
all
see, they
drive all
talk.
the way through.
But you know what? If you look at the development of stuff, they showed you just like when the old cowboys used to fight, they slugged out, right? And then when people
Unless
like
they got one,
when
unless they
Double
got
O-
somebody right here. If they got you by that collar, they was making sure they got some chin.
yeah, but you didn't see jumping up, hitting the man with the elbow and
No, that was later
jump
on.
down. So what I'm trying to tell you, all that was brought into the fight.
Yeah, I'm talking about just straight
Because you know, if you get in a fight with Matt Dillon, you know he didn't know nothing about ducking. If you duck, he'll think you stupid for ducking. Because they want you to take your fight. Because they want to slug it out. And then you know, men got smart and they were like, well, wait a minute, I ain't got to
if I
get
don't
hit.
have to get hit.
If I don't have to get hit, that's even better. And if I can hit you and you not hit me, that's even better.
That's way better.
So anyway, I mean, to me, boxing is crazy.
Man, boxing is crazy.
And I don't care what people say about it. Crazy. And then the whole thing is,
Get your mouth broke.
oh, you can get your mouth busted.
Real good.
You
too.
really can get your mouth busted.
You
Good
get
up.
it,
Yeah.
Real good and
Yeah.
busted up.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it busted up, man. You know.
Get it. Get up.
You know.
What happened?
You could be in the ring with somebody like a Floyd Mayweather, you know, and I don't. You ever seen his bodyguards? Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. About to see who Mike Tyson?
Well, Mike got some. He got a couple.
But they to protect people from.
That's pretty much what that is.
They always
They to hold the line
They
back.
said, "Hey, why do you have security?" He said, "It's not to protect me." He said, "It's not to protect me. Protect you." Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they have to hold his little ass back all the time.
That'd be man.
They see something he
Oh,
don't like.
Floyd? Oh, Floyd. No, did you see when they was in Paris?
Nah.
Man, they just was in Paris not too long ago with some boy. They was talking to Floyd. And Floyd got the talking. I'm like, wait a minute.
You know, I didn't
And I
know he
look around,
stuttered
man,
like that. Did you? Because I thought he was making.
tell you something.
I thought he was making fun of. You know who I thought
I'm
he
gonna tie
was.
this together because I'm gonna tell you exactly why this is what's going on with him and 50 Cent. So this whole altercation ain't got nothing to do with that, but you hear him talking, you hear the stutter, you hear him speaking.
Yeah.
So once they get him in there, all of that's gone. 50 pops up in my brain. Now, some years back, 50 Cent Floyd Mayweather was having beef going on. Okay, he was talking to 50, and 50 didn't like what he said. So 50 made a video talking about, okay, Floyd, since you want to go back and forth with me, he said, I donate any, he said, I donate $1 million to any, he said, any charity that you want, if you can read a Harry Potter book, nigga. And he couldn't.
Because he can't read, can he?
Not well.
I remember that when they was having that.
Not well.
I remember when they was bringing that out.
And it was.
And they were talking about the brother couldn't read, man. That's scary. Got all that money. Can't buy knowledge, though. Got to work for that.
You got to earn.
Got to
the
earn
knowledge.
when you got it.
Because there's no
Earn
way.
when you out of it.
You got that money mentality.
Right there, boy.
And that hustle
and that-
mentality.
Woo, right here. All this.
But you can't read at a 5th grade level.
That's wrong.
Maybe
But-
not even a 3rd grade level.
But now, see, here again, let's go back to the accents. That's not an accident that brother got slipped through the loop like that.
No.
Somebody failed this cat, man, you know, and that happens with a lot of different people like myself. I feel the same thing.
A lot of the
You just got to do what he did. I mean, he overcame it.
Sports is what kills people.
What do you mean by that?
Because they understand that, oh, he's athletic. Okay, look, we can give him some money. And
Yeah.
we're going to take him out of this bad situation. He ain't got to
Yeah.
go to school no more.
Yeah.
So what do you, after you stop getting that educational prowess, right? And you have people that are showing you a different lifestyle to live.
Oh, yeah.
And these people are like, hey, man, look, I started off just like you.
Yeah.
And they literally started off just like you. Somebody came, knocked on that door, gave them a piece of paper, said, hey, we'd like you to play for such and such.
Mm-hmm.
So they packed their bags and moved.
Now, you know, they also talk about the fact that they had to be ready at the time when that opportunity came knocking too, because you got to be able enough to just get up and go. You can't be making a whole lot. You don't have time to make a whole lot of decisions.
There's no back and forth.
No, there's no back and
You
forth.
have to know, your family has to know, your
Everything
spouse
got to
has
be in
know.
order. Yeah.
Everyone has to understand.
Everybody got to
that
understand
this
what
is
the
what
deal
you
is.
are going to do. This is what's going to happen. And you have to run that down and really go through pros and cons of if you want that or not. Sure. Because
Well, how come so many of them guys get married and then the women end up divorcing them and taking all their money or taking a great portion of their money? You would think,
that's why.
yeah, but if I got money, why you want a woman? Buy a robot. You can cut the switch off, cut her ass in the corner. And then the TV turn it on.
That's another thing though. Some people can't handle the fame.
Oh,
Some people can't handle that.
No,
so
can't.
they have to get out the limelight. But little do they know that name is still attached to them. Them and that money,
You know what?
like that money still has status to it.
When I was listening to
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Don't forget to like, comment,
Happy Christmas Eve. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel when you want to be notified.
Hey man, what's up?
Sorry, everybody. We had a pause in our what is it?
Don't tell them.
Intermission.
They
We
don't
had an
need.
intermission
They don't
right
need
quick.
to know. But we was talking about speaking with accents, you know, and how people say, "Oh, they sound so much like this," but see, that's still people being indoctrinated and taught to think like that. Because in order to make a group look better and to uplift them and put them in a different position and higher and all that hierarchy crap, you know, you have to find something that's distinguished that you can come up and say, well, because that's different, that places them in this status point for this part. And it's not true, you know, because I've heard a lot of people that spoke a different way and they was dumb as hell. I mean, some of them were straight stupid. And then you'll turn around and you hear somebody that comes from the deep south, because I used to think similar to this. I love Georgia's accent, though.
Georgia's accent?
Yeah, and I always thought Georgia's accent was cool. If you ever catch a real Texan accent, because you know Texas got a variety of accents. But I'm talking about that real draw accent that you see in the Cowboys.
Oh Jesus.
It's every now and then you'll see that. That's interesting.
Hmm.
So, and they really do have Cowboys in Memphis, Tennessee. Don't play with them. I seen them in the airport, boy. Big boys. But anyhow.
Some big boys.
Oh yeah, they huge,
They
man.
Matt Dillon's side.
They was, man.
That's all they good for. Is wrangling folks up. Well, I won't say that, but if they that big, they got to be able to do something very well. And I'm pretty sure tackling people might be covered.
It's a shame that people don't get it, and it's like, well,
Get tackled.
no, not working as a team.
Oh.
And working together, opposed to having all this stuff all stupid and all over the place.
Yes.
Because as long as stuff is messed up, like I was looking at Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and they was talking about how Prince tried to break them up, by trying to hire one back when he had fired him. Supposedly, he pretended like he had fired him, and he really didn't fire him. He just acted like he was firing him.
So he just hired one person.
No, they didn't hire. He wasn't hiring nobody. He was pretending that he had fired him, thinking that was gonna shake him up. But they kept getting their checks. They like, well, we ain't fired because we keep getting checks. And then finally, he said after a month or so went by, they finally said, we can't give you no.
Hey, we need no money.
You got to pause that.
I got you.
Yellow. Well, we get a lot of interruptions because people want to call in and ask all kinds of questions, and you can feel free to call in, but we ain't giving you our number.
No.
But
you can still call in.
But you can call in if you know the number.
still call
see how we doing. We might be in there to tell you something off air, but we only do that to our members. If you're not a member, don't even worry about it. But become a member. It's not hard to do.
No, you just gotta like, comment, and subscribe, and click
and
that bell when you want.
And don't forget to donate. Donate is better than sacrifice.
Donate your love to Jesus, but offer your money to
Yeah, that's a good way. Donate your love to Jesus,
but offer all your money.
But offer your money to us. That almost sounds biblical, don't it?
That almost sounds good.
It sounds almost like that godliness is next to cleanliness, which is made up. That's not real. So you can be as clean as hell and nowhere near God.
That's the truth, though. And you can be a super dirty person and love God to the highest end of the earth.
Cause look at Moses, them man. They ain't never
blessed.
They ain't said nothing about none of them guys bathing. They only washed Jesus' feet once that they talked about.
Jesus is holy. It's different.
But his feet still got nasty.
But you got power.
What he just gonna and clean his feet?
No, but he can clean everything up.
Oh, I don't know. I think.
Imagine if he was just always clean, and then he told that lady wash his cut.
Then why she had to use her hair and break the olive? She had a alabaster. They made sure they knew it was alabaster, because it's a bastard of Allah. And so I used to wonder about that because in Italy, alabaster is commonplace. That's what their floors is made out of. They columns. I mean, you go into an Italian apartment, and it's all the floors are marble. And we used to get a kick out of it because we would take and roll with a marble across it.
Just to hear that sound.
Well, because if you got people up over you and below you, and I thought about this other thing too. I used to see these two twins. They was young ladies. But them girls got to be around about 60 something. They got to be about 68, 67, somewhere in there. Because they was around 12. I think they told us that they were at the time. That was back 74. So whatever that was, put that time together and y'all can add it up. So anyways, my point is, alabaster is what she had her perfume in. And she broke that bottle. So, and it's, you religious people, there's so many things y'all done came up with why she did that. I don't know what the truth is. All I know is supposedly she did it. But what is told to us is that she did it because she just wanted to show that nobody else can use that expensive bottle, put anything in. She only carried the anointing oil, that was fragrance that she was going to use for the Christ's feet. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, my
you-
whole thing was
Ask,
like I
don't even
said,
worry about it.
that
I'll
Jesus'
take,
feet was already-
take over from there.
But you
Say-
didn't even finish what you were supposed to say about what I said.
What was it? I
I
got
told
off
you
track.
that what if Jesus' feet was just always clean and he made them dirty just so she.
You see how I looked over there for the effect? I'm just like prime. And then I come back to the camera because, first of all, not one time have you ever heard them say God did anything dirty. Now, he used the dirt, but when he made that guy see, he supposedly spittled, whatever, in the sand and made a little mud pie put over the guy's eye. You know what I'm saying? And that, I guess, that healed his eyes.
So the man opened his eyes at
You know, so I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff that goes on and was going on in those times. And supposedly, I believe that we're supposed to have that same power and abilities today.
Y'all see that I done asked him the same question twice and he answered it either one time.
And what was your question?
I'm not gonna say it again because you're not gonna answer it again.
Okay, then what did you say? Well, how could he? I told you he wouldn't have made his feet that way. He wouldn't have changed his feet because he would not have changed his whole demeanor just to make his feet dirty so that she can clean them. And how much
You
dirt?
didn't say that.
Well, how much? Because hell, I already y'all heard it in my
You didn't
mind.
say that. You didn't
I
say any of that.
telepath-
You just started talking about everything else.
Well, the thing that I
started off
told you,
with the
I said he wouldn't have,
oil.
I said he wouldn't
went
have
to the
done that.
fix.
I just didn't explain why I said that. But he wouldn't have changed. That would have gone out of the order of how Jesus was. He was always cleansing things, wasn't he? So why would he dirty something for somebody else to cleanse?
But you didn't have to wash his feet, really.
I think his
But it
feet was
just because
nasty.
it was just for the anointing, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could have a point. Like I said, I don't know. All I'm saying is, I'm just using a little logic that I think my logic could be off now. My logic could be off because my think of it like this. My logic may have a little vodka in it.
I'm just trying to figure out how Moses, I'm sorry, not Moses, well, yeah, Moses too, because he split the ocean. But then you had Noah get 2 of every animal on a boat.
It's
Is that
getting
not
it's
crazy?
getting hot in here.
Is that not crazy? Or am I,
Absolutely,
or
that's
am I
crazy.
just, that's kind of wild to think about. 2 of every animal species on the planet.
But see,
Met.
here's another misnomer. He only picked 2 of every species in that region.
Oh, okay.
See, not all over,
I thought it was, okay.
just
It was
in that region.
Okay. Never mind then. Okay.
See?
I mean, it's still a lot, but it's.
Yeah, it was, but a lot of things, if you look at certain parts, like where they most likely that part of the world where they are, if you look at those places in Africa, they have very specific things that grow in very specific areas, which is really interesting because they have these one big crazy looking trees that only grow in one area. Just like some species of animals you can only find in Madagascar.
Madagascar, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 'cause we don't have like lemurs.
So my point is, he wasn't, going all over the world looking for stuff. Whatever he could grab, that's what he did. And that,
Good. Get them 2 birds right there. Where get them pigeons?
which
Capture
brings
the
me to
chickens.
another point. That might be why a lot of stuff got extinct, because if he didn't get it, it got destroyed. So a lot of stuff he probably didn't see. But we don't know how much time he had to gather all that stuff
That is
because
true.
because Noah supposedly preached for 100-something years that it was gonna rain.
They just weren't.
Now you think about it, them guys was living some years, so I don't know, I don't understand that, so don't ask. All I know is he supposedly preached for 100-something years, and his message was, y'all need to get in this boat, because now you think about what I'm telling you. if he preached for 100 years, let's say the first day one, okay, of the 100 years. Supposing you get 15 people that decide they want to join you, they're gonna be with you for 100 years. While you preaching, they end up getting you gathering up more people to put the. Now see how this kind of makes stupid. So you already had 8 people that was going to be with you for 100 years, which is your family. Now it just so happened nobody came aboard, because after the first 50 years, people like, you've been saying this for 50 years, and ain't nothing happened. So they went on about their business, and then the lightning came, and they never seen rain. Supposed
sitting there.
You're like, what is that? And the next thing you know,
I've been.
it was too late. It was too late. Too late. Because first of all,
you in there? Yeah, open up.
First of all, this thing that Noah's supposed to be built, if you look at what they say, the size of it,
it's ridiculous.
it's huge.
Ridiculous.
So they could have been knocking all day long. And I hear you knocking,
but you can't hear that.
but you can't come in.
At the hull of that ship, you not here, especially with all them animals and all that making noise too. Nobody.
You know, since you mentioned ship, I want to say something.
Titanic.
No, because we're getting ready to go sailing on a ship. I'm talking about the Titanic. I tell you something. Take a black man.
You did say something about ships.
Anyways,
My bad.
you said out of me and Shannon, which one do you think I am? Yeah, I got you. Now, here's the thing you got to realize about the answer I'm going to give you on that. I can take either side for a lot of reasons. But in order to really make it work, somebody have to get in the back seat. Everybody can't be up front. So the smart man knows his position.
Right. So every time you come and ask me what we doing today, run off ideas.
Mm-hmm.
That is helpful, so you don't remember what your own ideas were. We said that.
Well, you know, for 71 years, I've been thinking. And for 71 years, I've gotten an answer. Right, wrong, or indifferent. So here's my answer to you, my man. It's a good thing that I can remember anything. I got 70 years of memories running around in my head. So, yeah, you don't think they're going to come out and get in the way? Because they want to be seen too.
Okay, most of it could be memory if it wasn't nonsense. I would accept the memories. But the memories make for great content. Not the nonsense that we have. Now, the nonsense is cool, but the stories are great because people have a chance to really dive into personality of Billy J instead of just seeing Billy J on.
Well, listen, it's like anything else. A little dab will do you. Okay? Now, for y'all that's old enough to know, that's a commercial for a hair tonic. And you would put that in your hand, they would say, whatever the name of it is, a little dab will do it, and you put your hand in there, go there and put it in your head. Just like we had some other stuff out, speaking of hair, called Dippity Doo. I'm not lying. I'm gonna look all this stuff up.
Well, I can understand the dippity, okay, dip and the do, hairdo, I got you.
Well, what it really was the stuff that
like styled your hair?
No, but the gel that women started using. But back in the 60s.
What, to like slick their hair back?
No, all the gels that you see women use to lay their hair down and all this, yeah, same thing. Except for it was for white women. It was the product that Dippity Doo was a product. It was a product for white women. So black women could use it, but it would look all nasty like snot in your head. Yeah, because it wasn't for you. And they made sure it wasn't. As soon as it dried up,
That's what it
you
was.
knew it looked nasty. Like, you got everything there. You're trying to be white. So then they came out with the other stuff that was black, and you could put it on, and that stuff was crazy, Then you'd be like doing this. I don't understand that shit, but that's about as crazy as this. So y'all don't know, culture is everything.
Here's the
Culture is everything.
The first part of that, not trying to mess up your head, because even having braids, they try to tell you not to scratch your hair, because it frays it, makes it all frizzy and all that. Now, this and this, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. This, nuh-uh. I seen a dude outside like this one day.
What was he
He was
doing?
on the bus stop.
Where was he trying to go?
He was trying to get a hack, but he was on the opposite side. Bus go this way. He's standing on the other side of the bus stop.
I remember the first time I tried to catch I wanted to be a bus driver, so I had to go down to the bus terminal place where you, and the best way to do it, the bus station.
Bus station. Yeah.
The one particular bus drove you right by that station.
Mm.
So that bus was right there off of Garrison, where we were. So it was the 91. But I didn't know you had to stand in the bus stop. I seen the signs, but I never paid attention to the fact that there was a platform there where you could stand.
Either.
Okay. All I know is
all I knew is people stood over here and the bus shows up.
And another thing you got to realize too, that sign has arrows pointing on it.
Yeah.
That arrow
Unless you know which way.
The arrows tell you which direction you need to be. Or else that bus is gonna pass right by you. And they don't give a shit. They know you don't know what you're doing. They know you're trying to catch the bus.
Behind or in front of that sign.
You need to be wherever that arrow tells you to be.
Because if not, I done seen them pass us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They didn't pass us a few different times.
Oh yeah.
And then we didn't started running for it, and he had stopped down the street. Well, hey man, you saw us standing down there. You wasn't in the right area.
Yeah.
You get picked up. Hey.
Yeah, so man, just like another thing that used to bug me really crazy, is people that sit in the bus stop. They see the bus coming. They just sit there. Okay? Bus pull up. Okay? Then they'll stand up when you get there as if they catching the bus. And then they be like, man, go ahead. See, if you'd have just set your ass right where you had it, I'd have kept on rolling.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't do that. I didn't do that. I used to, if I was standing up already, I'll just wave them down.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just go ahead. Go ahead. I'm good. I'm waiting for a different bus.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that way they at least know you can just roll through.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta waste your time. Some people didn't always.
But as soon as you wave them through, there's always somebody with bags running. Hold that bus! Hold that! And then you always got somebody that's gonna try to be the hero, bumping on the side of the bus. Hold up! Like they just own the damn bus. And I just keep on. You can't run. You can't run this bus. If they start off slow, because they had a retarder in them things. So when you would push, why they had those retarders in there? To keep from killing folk. Because what do you used to see people do on the bus? As soon as they get off the bus, where would they walk?
In front of it.
Right in front of the damn bus. Why do y'all do that?
And then they started putting the bike things on the front, bike rack.
What they really need was something to slap the shit out of somebody. And when you got there,
walk past,
tell out the damn, they'll slap you right back of the damn head when you walk past. Boy, I tell you, that used to piss you off. And then, and sure enough, you already trying to accelerate, and it won't take off because they had to build up that pressure. before it would take off, and that
I
was
mean,
one of
that's
the
good,
reasons.
though.
That was the reason for it, so that you wouldn't pull off so fast and kill people, because you would have ran over some folks. Yeah, it was hard.
I would raise my hand now. I'd have ran over a couple folks. It'd been by mistake, but on purpose.
Man, I done hit some shit with the bus.
Man, see, but that's, they tell you not to walk in front of vehicles that are moving. And this is a transportation. Well, here's the thing though. When everybody getting off the bus is not moving. I do understand that. So you do have time to cross the street. But if the light is green,
And the bus driver's not looking at you.
no, okay. Wow, first of all.
See, if you getting off the bus
Okay.
and the bus driver's turning in the back to make sure people getting out of the back door okay, he can't see you walking around the front because he's looking in the back.
I
Now,
probably shouldn't pull off.
well, what happens is when you open that back door, it stops the bus. Period. Because it's got a special switch. When that back door is hit,
Then open.
it
okay.
opens, and as long as that back door is open,
You can't pull off.
you can't pull off.
Now I've noticed that it's got an air suspension too. When the bus
Yeah, it's
gets-
supposed to so it can kneel.
Yeah, so you can get on and off the bus a little easier.
Yeah, that's
And then when it,
supposedly for older people that have problems stepping up and stepping down.
I was gonna say, I wish
But
we had that.
most of the time they didn't work, and we didn't want them no damn how,
Wow.
because you had to always pick up special need people when you had them. And so what they would do is they would.
wheelchair elevator, so-
That was another thing that I hated. That wheelchair lifting.
And then they sitting there like this.
Then you got to tie the folk in, and then with
Then when it's
with the
time for them to
MTA
get off,
with the MTA bus, if I can't tell you how many of them I done pulled up, and then you can't put it back down. Now
oh
you can't.
my gosh! We
Yeah.
had that, and it took us another 20 minutes.
Yeah, because you got to call another bus.
We had to call somebody to
Yeah,
come and
with another
and
bus.
reset
Well,
that one.
or they could do that. They
But we, like you said,
if they got
put us-
if they got one of the good mechanics,
they
you know.
had to squeeze everybody else on the next bus that was
Yeah,
coming
man.
in. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, that stuff was crazy.
I mean,
So-
luckily I was down the street from the house, but still. If I could avoid it, never again, man. If I can avoid it, never again. Now, I have nothing against the handicapped folks. Not at all. Because even, it's just the appliances that they give you guys don't work all that well.
Well-
and then what do they expect you guys to do about it?
call them and
Well,
have
yeah.
another bus delivered. But see, what's supposed to happen is before you leave out the yard,
Right.
you're supposed to fully extend that thing and bring it back
Make sure.
to make sure it's functional. Now, sometimes that's your first and only time that thing is gonna work, and you don't know it.
You know, I was just thinking that. I said,
Once
now,
you
what if
do it
do
like
the
that
test run
and
don't
it
work?
come back, when you get out on the field, that thing may not work. And it still may hang up. It may hang up to where it gets down and won't go up. You can't drive the bus.
Either way,
No. Or even if it goes up, and and you can't get it to go back down and go back under. You can't drive the bus. They gotta get somebody to come out there to fix that. Man, them buses,
that's hilarious, but
Them
not
buses
at the same
broke.
time. It sucks a little bit.
them buses broke down so much. It was so crazy. Them buses broke down so much, man. It was crazy. It was
I'm trying
ridiculous.
to think of where we was at.
And they used to make all them in Columbus.
What?
Them buses. Matter of fact, that particular flex line,
Yeah.
that was Columbus, was where they made it, but I don't know. I think it's a German company.
Man.
You know.
But you're right though. Those buses have had just failures, like just different things throughout all the time. Now I know as long as I've been on actual bus. Oh, that's a lie. We did have that. One time the wheel did come off on the bus, school bus. I mean, blew off.
See,
That was
here
freaky,
again,
man.
let me say this to you. If I'm driving a bus, which I did school buses as well, and something like that happen, we're in trouble.
Oh, I thought we was.
We's in trouble.
I was getting ready to start
Because-
calling everybody.
Because I can't help you like when I'm doing this. Okay? Screaming. Yeah, I ain't got time for this. We still move. Let a towel run off if you want to.
Man,
And I realized it, because when that thing sat down, man, uh-oh. You know what's next. So I'm just saying.
man, we heard. I said,
Oh, shit.
whoa, oh,
I think
We
first
look-
thing I think somebody in Vietnam.
boy, what? All the niggas on the bus, and well, not, but you know, all the black kids that actually was from the neighborhood.
See, now if you just said niggas and kept it as niggas, it'd have been all right. But when you said the black kids, now you're saying that the black kids was niggas.
Because they was the black kids from the neighborhood that actually knew how to defend for themselves, as opposed to the other ones, the other black kids that didn't know what was going on. They sitting up there, oh my gosh, what's happening? We all ducked up underneath the bus. Shorty, we up underneath the seat, think we playing. What? I'm sitting there, I see my bags over there, me and other brother in there. I said, yo, you. He said, I don't know what happened.
People stupid, man.
Man, the teacher told yells in the bus. He said, "Hey, man," he said, "Man, we lost a tire." I said, "Okay, it's just a tire, y'all. We can get up."
I could tell this story because it doesn't happen in statute of limitations. So I'm driving the bus. I got the night line. Ooh. When I say the night line, I mean well off into like 1, 2:30 in the morning, I think. That was a 3 o'clock shift that I got off. So first, I'm running this run line, and this dude gets on the bus. He got this bag. Okay, so he pays his fare and sit down. I pulls off. When I pull it off and pull out, woo, 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 police coming up the opposite way. I ain't paying no attention. He done ducked down a little bit.
You got a criminal.
And so after we kept going, and the police was way back at the store, and he was up there, he started pulling out steak, selling them. Hey man, anybody want some steak? Look here, I got T-bone, porterhouse. He done went in there, he done stole
He
something.
took the people off of their steak.
He done stole, I mean, he had like a little duffel bag full of steak. And he's selling them. And people buying them.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was the cheapest way you could have steak.
so he went on and did his thing. I did some interesting stuff on that. So I picked up these 2 white boys, same route. And they got on the bus, and this is what they told me. We're from somewhere, they told me. They was from some part of another part of the country, the country, this out west somewhere. And he said, and we've been wanting to see some crime. Really? Now this is stupid, ain't it? 2 white boys, young guy.
I heard that. I showed you exactly.
Well, they was on the number 3 bus. We crossed a whole lot of lines.
That's
Yeah.
close enough. You ain't
Well,
lying.
let me tell you what happened.
Because you go.
So that bus goes all the way downtown and comes out of downtown.
Jesus.
You got real people downtown.
All types of folks down there.
Real, and you picking them all up. You know.
Uh-huh.
And we get on the bus, the boys on there and everything, and they want to see some crime.
Want to see some crime?
And got robbed.
That's seeing crime.
So I look after there and got robbed and everything. And got shuffled up a little bit.
You gotta
I
ask.
took them back.
You gotta ask them that one question.
I took them back. Did you guys see enough crime? And dropped them off where I picked them up. Another time,
She got enough crime in there.
Another time, I was driving, and the Orioles, the Orioles was playing the Cubans down at the stadium downtown, and we had orders not to have any, as drivers, not to have any communication with dealing with these Cubans. Because for some reason they had bought in the group, the team, but they must have brought in other people with them. I don't know how they did what they did, but all I know is, so I got this route that goes right past the stadium. Okay, I already know this, so I didn't got my briefing. Don't mess around with none of these people. So I done picked up some folk. I'm coming on my way down to where the stadium is and drop off some. So you got people getting off the back and everything. And then you got people standing out waiting and trying to get on while people getting off up front. So I ain't paying no attention to these people. You know, we was in the hood. We was down by the stadium. You know, a lot of blacks down there. But I didn't think about it. Cubans could have been black. And I'm like, okay, yeah, yo, go ahead, man. Hey, don't worry about that. Go ahead, man. Go on in the back and sit down, because I'm trying to pull off. See? Them dudes rode with me all the way around. And on my way at the loop, on my way back, because where they wanted to be dropped off, which is one part of the neighborhood. And on my way back, when I got off, it was just a few of them left on there. I don't even know how many it was. And when that dude said, he said, right here, man, that's when I recognized he had an accent. I said, wait a minute. He said, we would like to thank you for your tour. He said, but me and my team here, we're defecting. And they got off the bus. And just they got off the bus and just went out walked on back into the neighborhood. I don't know if they knew anybody or nothing, but they sure did. Them guys defected. And I'm riding them around, just riding around defectors.
Jesus.
I didn't know they were defecting. They just look like regular black people. Until when I finally looked at them, I was like, wait a minute,
y'all ain't complete.
Y'all ain't straight.
Y'all got some curling.
Y'all got something else mixed up in there, baby.
You got swim well, can't you?
Yeah. You got some smart.
You said you got some Michael Phelps out there, but not Michael Phelpin. Well, they Michael Phelpin, but they're not Michael Phelps. There we go. They Phelpin without the Phelp.
Well, Michael, that boy built like a dolphin.
He's a fish. He's a fish man.
It's interesting how people are born with certain abilities.
Fish man.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that again. Black Panther 2. I just like it for my boy the whole time. He said, let me and my men go out. And he said, we would have already found him. They said, well, because of you, M'Baku, he would have already been he would have already been exiled. He said, what, you bald-headed demon? He was talking to the guard. And so she stepped up like, what? It's like, you don't want to fight. M'Baku ready to fight everybody. Anyway, y'all, look, we got to stop this episode because I keep looking at the time and it's getting longer and longer, and it's as long as it's ever been today. So, we thank y'all for joining us for a very good Christmas Eve, very good Christmas. Give thanks to the Lord, praise Him, and give all your donations to us.
Don't forget to donate.
We really do appreciate the viewers that we have. We for sure do. We thank you for subscribing to the channel. Please find more. Please share more videos that we send out to you guys, to everybody else, so we can build this thing and make it a little better. We know you guys want to see us in a new space. We want to get to a new space. So we're working on that too, man. So everybody that has watched this, we thank you. We will be out and probably back later on. So we'll see what happens.
Peace.
Okay, peace. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of
Of Now and Then.
We've Been Your
Professional fans. And we also been your hosts.
Ike on the 808.
And Willie J.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the
And
channel.
don't forget to ring that bell when you want to be notified.
Ring that bell. Bell. Bell.
Ring that bell. Good.